Hey everyone, welcome to this week's video update. Today is Friday, May 15th. Hope everybody had a good week. Take a quick look at the markets, and then I will share my trades from the week. Starting with the S&P, a little dip in the rally. Finally, biggest sell-off that we've seen since March 27th, which is that end of that March sell-off. So finally a little dip, finally a little relief. S&P down over 100 points, down almost 1.5%. NASDAQ down 1.73% today. Still a little bit higher on the week. Russell down the most today and lower on the week, down 2.69% on the day. The Dow down 1.3% today and pretty sideways on the week. Gold and silver got hit this week. Gold down 3% just today. Silver down over 10% today. Was at 90 2 days ago, and now it's back to $76 an ounce. Notes and bonds going lower with the 10-year yield popping up almost a full 3% today, and a big move on the week. 4.59 is where it settled. If you kind of zoom out, this is really a going back to May of last year, so we're right there at a 52-week high on the 10-year yield. I saw I can't remember the exact time, but I saw there's now about a 50% chance of a rate hike. I think that's between now and January, if I remember right. But anyway, interest rates on the move higher. Oil up 4% today and pretty sideways on the week. Well, actually, no. Looks like we had a roll in there. So, but up 4% today. Natural gas still a little bit of a bounce over the last few weeks. Euro and the pound selling off versus the U.S. dollar, so U.S. dollar getting stronger versus the euro and the pound. Bitcoin down 3% today, but pretty sideways for the week, settling in just under 80,000. And the VIX ended up 6.78%, was up quite a bit more, was up in the 19s, settled in at 18.43. All right, as far as my trades for the week go, ended a little red, minus right at about $2,300 in the red for the week. I didn't do any 0 DTE price action iron condors, just didn't like the price action. British iron condors, a little bit of a rough week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, all red. A little bit green Thursday, and then a little bit green today, minus 3,500 on the week. May's been pretty brutal. Every single day this month, except for May 1st, I've had at least one double stop every single day, except for May 1st. And that was all one-sided stop. So pretty rough month on the old BIX. Mahomes, a little bit of a green week, plus 570. Transformer 1 DTEs, I'll get to. I'm tracking that in OTA now. Calendars, just the OPEX calendar that I put on yesterday and then closed today. Plus 6,140 on a 3-lot, so nice trade there. The wheel, I don't really track this on a weekly basis, but the portfolio year-to-date is now up 2.26%. Things I did this week, rolled calls down in Rivian, rolled puts up in Nebius, rolled puts out from May to June in Hood, got assigned shares in Netflix, and rolled calls down in Bitcoin. So that's where the wheel stands year to date. On other, I did some earnings trades. Circle, Hims, Baba, Cisco. A little bit red for those trades for the week. Directional trades. I'll go to my TradeZilla here. A little over $1,000 on day trades. 15 trades, 10 winners, 5 losers, small green. And then on my OTA, this is where I'm tracking my transformer DC time machines and a couple other things. So I had to close out 3 DC TMs today, 2 for a pretty sizable loss, 4K and 4,400, 18 and 22%, which is about the biggest loss that I've seen in those. I actually held these 2 overnight from yesterday and was trying to actually close both of them. And couldn't get filled, so I just let them go and ended up costing me. Did some time flies. I've been kind of debating whether to start posting these again to the community. This is a time spread and a butterfly, aka the time fly. So book some profits on a few of those. My 1 DTE iron condors, transformed one of them, hit max profit at 1270. So those were a little bit green for the week. But yeah, DC time machines got hit a little bit this week. So overall on all these trades, 19 trades, 12 winners, 7 losers, but it had some big losses, so minus 5,700 on that category. So that's it for the week. Net minus 2,320 for the week. Hopefully we get some two-sided price action coming in, though, so that could be good. As far as next week goes on the econ report calendar, not a lot going on. Nothing Monday, nothing Tuesday. FOMC minutes on Wednesday afternoon, if you even consider that anything. Most of the time it's a non-event. A couple orange folder events on Thursday and Friday, but not a whole lot of action. From an earnings perspective, got a couple of big earnings. Looking at my Flux tool. Monday before the market opens, Baidu. Home Depot before the open on Tuesday, and the big one, NVIDIA, after the close Wednesday. And then Thursday, Walmart, Webull, and Zoom. So that is what we've got going on for next week. All right, all. Have a good weekend. Talk to you soon.